So what's up everybody, this is going to be my Black Clover 321 predictions. I think this chapter is going to be a highlight of Yuno. I'm just going to be blunt, possibly getting his face stomped in. However, I do believe this might set up for Asta and Yuno versus Lucifero, kind of like what we saw with Zagreth. So let's get into my wild Black Clover 321 predictions. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, like, comments. I read the comments, building my channel back up. So if you really want to support the channel, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm going to continue. They can't stop me. Let's get this channel back to how the original one was and further beyond that. So I believe this chapter, honestly, is going to be a Yuno beatdown. I'm just going to be straightforward. I know some people are saying that maybe because Yuno has star magic and then Lucifero's gravity magic might help Yuno boost his power in a way, and yeah, it could be, but the thing is that we're still dealing with the king of the devils. So Yuno is most likely going to tap into that spear dive, and I wouldn't be surprised if he somewhat masters it, because when he was fighting against Xenon, it looks like he just started to get that power unconsciously, or he just got that power when he sliced Xenon in half. So with Lucifero and him possibly getting a beatdown, I think this chapter is going to focus on Yuno finally understanding what Saint Stage is and using that power to fight Lucifero. I still kind of want to know, how is Yuno moving around Lucifero's gravity magic? That didn't make sense to me. It could be Mimosa. Let me know in the comments if I missed something in chapter 320, but it wasn't really explained as to why Yuno was able to walk around. I hope this chapter explains that. I know Yuno is strong and everything, and he has Saint Stage and all that and Spirit Dive, but we saw him in base form moving around. Of course, I definitely think Asta is going to get healed in this chapter. It's a given. Mimosa's there. I think Lucifero is going to take notice that Mimosa is going to be a problem in terms of healing. So Lucifero is probably going to target Mimosa in this chapter and go after her after he figures out that she's healing Asta and Asta's back. I wonder if Asta, when he comes back, does he have Devil Union? Like, how many more minutes does he have in Devil Union? It's probably only going to be like 2 or 1 minute at max if he has Devil Union at all. Like I said before in another video, I do believe he's going to surpass his limits and he's going to have to push his body to do another Devil Union, but I'm pretty sure the withdrawal will be a lot stronger and a lot more problematic after he pushes himself to do another Devil Union. So with that being said, Yuno, I believe, is going to get a beatdown. Of course, Yuno could show something that we didn't expect, but I don't see Yuno really doing much besides being a placement holder until Asta gets healed. And then once Asta's healed, both of them can start fighting, and with them together, they could possibly push back Lucifero and possibly do something against him. But besides that, I don't see Yuno doing much by himself. Noelle does have Spirit Dive, so I did say before, it's a possibility that Noelle ends up joining the battle. I don't know if it's possible she can do anything. I'm not entirely sure what she could do at this moment, but at least she could be a placeholder and entertain Lucifero enough with Yuno until Asta is able to get back on his feet. I know she can only go to Spirit Dive for like a minute, but at this point, like, we need all the time we can get. Maybe if Noelle and Yuno doing Spirit Dive, it might trigger Fagolion to do something and him actually doing Spirit Dive as well. I know Fagolion just got beat up and wrecked, but I'm still rooting for Fagolion to do Spirit Dive in this arc. If it's not this arc, then expect whatever arc comes after this for Fagolion to actually do Spirit Dive. And to be honest with you, if Fagolion does Spirit Dive and learns Saint Stage in the next arc, then we know for a fact that next arc is probably going to be focused more on the Divine. There is a possibility, like I said before, that a Divine Beast comes out of nowhere and just starts saving people, but I highly doubt it. The only reason why I definitely think Noelle is going to be there is because she has that Valkyrie dress, and plus Mimosa has been shown to have kind of like an angel, a grass angel. She has wings, plus Yuno, who has a Spirit Dive that kind of looks angelic. Them three being together, three people that we've seen to have like a different form or powers that kind of look angelic. And I know Valkyries aren't angels, but pretty much they look angelic because human-like people with wings. Valkyries kind of humanoid with wings, but they're female, so it's not that that far of a stretch to see the comparison. So I wouldn't be surprised if Noelle comes in the battlefield. Like I said before, there's a connection between Yuno, Noelle, and Mimosa having like this form that's kind of angelic. There's something there between all three of them. This chapter, I definitely see more people getting into the battlefield and helping Yuno. I don't think the Diamond Kingdom is going to come into this arc, to be honest with you. If they would have came, they already been here. I think the following arc is going to focus on the Diamond Kingdom characters, so I don't see them coming in this chapter. At this point, I don't know what else can they do. It just leaves a sour taste in my mouth for the Diamond Kingdom to be pretty much colonized by the Spade Kingdom and them not doing anything. So I honestly don't think they're going to come in, but there's always that possibility. Another thing that might come is the elves haven't done anything, so it would be interesting to see the elves start fighting Lucifero, which is the strongest devil. He represents the devil race, versus the elves who have some type of connection with divinity. Obviously they're not divine themselves, but there's some type of connection with them in terms of them having the grace of an angel or them having properties that connect them more towards angels. But it will be interesting to see the elves join in and start fighting Lucifero until Asta starts getting healed up. And like I said before in the video, I definitely think that Lucifero is going to find out that Mimosa is going to be that healer mage and she's going to be a problem moving forward. So once he figures out, I definitely see Yuno most likely struggling to stop him from trying to attack Mimosa, and then the captains or the elves come in to at least distract Lucifero enough so that they can focus on healing Asta, because the captains already know at this point, even though they're all knocked out and they're pretty messed up, in chapter 320 they figured out that Asta's attack actually worked. It actually cuts Lucifero's horn, meaning that if Asta gets a good enough shot, he could possibly cut Lucifero and possibly give him a fatal blow. Honestly, the elves have to serve a reason in this arc besides teaching certain people about the ultimate magic, but I wouldn't be surprised if other people start joining in, like the Black Bulls. And I know Lucifero is so out of their class at this point, but it would be cool to see Luck in his new form doing ultimate magic to attack Lucifero. I'm just saying because I'm a fan of Luck. But yeah, I honestly don't think Yuno can handle Lucifero by himself. There has to be somebody that intervenes, that helps Yuno until the time Asta gets healed. Even though Yuno has the star magic plus wind, and maybe he might be able to mix them together in this chapter and might do some type of like weird solar wind type of attack, but I still don't think it's enough to push back Lucifero. But that's pretty much my predictions for Black Clover 321. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think is going to happen this chapter. Why do you think the elves are not really doing too much in this arc? I mean, we've seen them in previous arcs. Do you think Patri might jump in and start fighting Lucifero? Do you think Yuno is enough to distract Lucifero, entertain him for a couple of minutes? Do you think Lucifero is going to catch on to Mimosa and he's going to start targeting her, knowing that she can heal people? Do you think it's going to end up being an Asta and Yuno versus Lucifero, something similar to what we saw in the Elf arc when they were fighting against Zagoreth? Alright, like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.